Hi, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, it'll be a little different, mostly because of my background. I am once again out of state visiting family, but that does not mean I am missing the brand new episode of The Walking Dead, which aired just a few minutes ago. I just finished watching it with my family, and wow, there's a lot to talk about. Now, before I begin, of course, please be warned that this is a spoiler-filled episode review. If you're not caught up on The Walking Dead, especially up to the mid-season premiere, which was earlier tonight, do not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be going into full spoilers, just so you're warned. Like, again, don't keep listening to or watching this video if you're not caught up on The Walking Dead by the first half of season 9 and then tonight's video, so you have been warned. That being said, spoilers from here on out starting now. Great episode, really enjoyed it. I think the thing I enjoyed the most was mostly Negan's little journey that he took. Broke out of jail, surprisingly didn't kill anybody out of retaliation, did steal from Judith, but didn't kill Judith. And I am absolutely loving, I think I addressed this in my previous video in one of the episodes where it featured Negan and Judith talking to each other, like he was helping her with a math problem, and he told her the story about bringing home stray dogs. I am loving the dynamic, this complicated, bizarre relationship between Negan and Judith. I'm just eating it up. I was a little bummed when Carl died because I was hoping for more scenes between him and Negan, but with him gone and Judith to kind of take that place, I'm really enjoying this a lot too. And just to see her, kind of get under his skin and just be such a little whippersnapper is super entertaining and really satisfying to watch, because it's kind of like Negan has met his match in terms of wit and grit, and I think that's one of the reasons why he likes and respects her, is because she's got attitude, and from ever since Negan was introduced to the show, he admires people who have got attitude and courage and grit. And I think those are the qualities that Judith definitely has and displays. So I just love this relationship that is between them, and I hope to see it blossom in the second half of this season, and then possibly into next season if either one of them survive the rest of this season. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, The Walking Dead was officially renewed for a 10th season. So congratulations, Walking Dead. Yay for us as fans. I really loved how he returned to he returned to his original source of strength. And I thought it was fascinating how he returned to the original site, because as soon as they did the wide angle shot and revealed where he was when he was taking off his jacket, they revealed that he was at the same spot where he had brutally murdered Glenn and Abraham, going way back to the season 7 premiere. And I'm like, he must have felt incredibly empowered in that moment on that night, and he must have returned there maybe to, kind of build up his self-worth or self-confidence, but that didn't work. Tried going to the sanctuary. That didn't work. I liked how he killed the walkers. It was cool to see him kill these walkers one-on-one, but I think it was also like a source of stress relief for him and frustration, because the world that he built and he knew and had controlled as the leader of the Saviors was dead and gone. The Saviors are pretty much dead and gone. Some of them have assimilated with the other communities, but it seems like the rest of them are just dead. And there were multiple burial plots out there in the sanctuary, and as that one former savior had mentioned to Carol, ever since the sanctuary fell. So I'm curious as to what happened there. Hopefully we get some answers regarding that. But now he's reteamed with Judith, and he seems willing to go back to Alexandria. Now, whether or not they actually make it back will be another story, but I'm really loving the path that they're setting up Negan on, so I'm very excited about that. Overall, enjoy the rest of the episode. I think, as any good episode does, some questions were answered and then some new questions were presented. And if we want answers to those questions, we got to tune into the next episode. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also love the fact that these communities are now inevitably going to be forced to come back together again, not only for this fair that they want to do, but now in the light of this new threat, this scary new threat. And that Lydia girl, she played the poor, frightened, frantic girl part very well, but I think she's really a conniving, pathological liar who's been conditioned by her mother, who is the leader of the Whisperers, Alpha, as we saw at the end of the episode when she brandished that shotgun I think, it's part of an act to probably just try to learn more about these people, these new targets. And excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. She was very forthcoming about their intentions, which is we find people, we kill them because it's us or them. No matter if they're good or bad, they automatically kill people, which is kind of like a summary, if you think about it, of the pathology and beliefs of the Whisperers. But what time will tell, so we'll see what they really believe or stand for, if anything. But all of our characters, I feel like, got adequate screen time. It set up some new potential conflicts within our groups between our characters, both old and new. And I'm really looking forward to the second half of this season, and I'm especially looking forward to what happens with the Whisperers and most of all Negan. Because if Negan goes on this journey that went from greatest villain on the show to possibly an anti-hero, that would be pretty cool, I think, because I felt like Negan in this episode was the embodiment of what makes this show so gripping and engaging even after so many years from me. For what I feel like it is, he was excuse me, he was the prime example of what I love about the show: complex characters in appalling situations. And you could argue that he's pure evil, he's a lunatic, sociopath, psychopath, whatever. But I feel like there are layers to Negan that just need to be peeled back. And as much as I dislike him for what he's done to our characters, I also think that there are maybe not redemptive qualities, but there's some interesting qualities about him that won't make him a full-fledged good guy, but it could make for a very interesting, complicated character. So that is what I'm really excited about. So how did you guys enjoy this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch new episodes of The Walking Dead every Sunday night on AMC. It is back with new episodes for the second half of Season 9. You're not going to want to miss it because they're setting us up for something big. All right, guys, have a great night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.